Hey folks, my name is Dave and welcome to Hi folks, my name is Dave and welcome to week 6 of my quad tendon rupture rehab series, and I always stumble over that every week. But anyway, this has been a great week, and the reason I'm walking towards you is because I wanted to show you that as of tomorrow, I will no longer be walking with a straight leg. I've got the go-ahead to walk with a 50-degree angle next week, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that coming up. I did see my surgeon post-op visit this week. Went really well. One of the things he told me was I'm actually 2 weeks behind what a normal person would go through because I had that extra tendon issue. If you saw my first video, when he got inside to stitch me up and do all the things he needed to do, he found that I had a tendon that had been injured before, and so he fixed that as well. And so he wanted an extra 2 weeks of healing for me, for everything inside the knee before we start pushing it. So anyway, we start pushing it here, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Okay, so as I mentioned, my leg has been at a 0-degree angle, just a straight leg for the past 6 weeks. And so now the protocol is going to be, as of tomorrow, I can walk with a 50-degree angle. The week after that, I can walk at a 60-degree angle. And the week after that, no more brace. So that will be very cool. And also, I don't have to sleep with the brace on at all, so that is fantastic. And man, I'm telling you, that really helps when you to be able to lay on your side. So one of the things my surgeon told me was now it's time for range of motion, and everything is healed up inside, that I pretty much can't hurt it unless I fall again. And so in other words, we can really push it. So I've been used to 50 degrees, and I figured, going to 70 isn't going to be that much harder. I was wrong. He got me to 70 degrees in probably 3 or 4 minutes, but I'm telling you, that was rough. I mean, beyond 51 degrees, I think it started hurting. So 70 was a big move right there, with the goal that in 2 weeks I need to be at 90. And but I'll show you here shortly how I'm accomplishing that. I'm pretty close to that already, and it's only been 4 days since I saw him. So right after my post-op visit, I had a physical therapy visit, and so they beat me up some more, and took the gloves off, and I actually got to about 78 degrees at the end of that. And so I was pretty sore, and I think I went home and probably just iced it for the rest of the day, and it got swollen. It was not used to that at all, and as I'm looking at it now, I can see some bruising and things like that, because it just hadn't gone through that, and now we are. So full range of motion, I think, from what they told me, is like 135 degrees, and so that's my ultimate goal, is to get there. But again, my near-term goal is to get to 90 degrees in 2 weeks, and but I think we're pretty close. So one of the things I know is that you have to have trust with your physical therapist, and because they have a lot of methods to get your knee to bend. And it's not pleasant, as I mentioned, but man, I'm telling you, it's hard to relax, and that's one of the key things, I think, is to be able to relax and trust your physical therapist that they're not going to destroy you. It's going to hurt. You already know it's going to hurt, and they can sense, by the look on your face and whimpering or whatever that they're hurting you, or how far they can go. And so they're on your team. They want you to bend that thing as much as you possibly can, and they will push you farther than you will push yourself. And so I'm going to show you some things that I'm doing on an exercise ball that have been really helpful for me, and that way I can control the pain, if you will. I can control what I'm doing to myself, which I like, versus with a physical therapist. Their job is to get you to bend as much as possible, as much as you can take, as much as your knee will give you at that point. So they're going to push you a little bit harder, and which is really good. But if I can do it myself, I'd rather do it myself, But I do have complete trust in them. They are doing a fantastic job with me. So, all right. So I'm going to go show you some exercises. Okay. So one of the things I learned from my physical therapist is to use this exercise ball. And as you can see, I do not have the brace on my knee right now. So basically, sit on it, and I try to get my feet aligned with my knees, and then I'm really just going back and forth. Oh boy, I can feel that. And just try to push a little bit more, and then I'll hold it a little bit, so on and so forth. So, okay, so here is a close-up, and as you can see, boy, that is stiff right there. I can feel it here and on the outside through here. Oh man. And part of that is the IT band that is already stiff. So, but again, I rock back and forward, and then sometimes I'll try to bring my heel in a little bit more. But I mean, that I am getting pretty close to 90, I think. All right, so I'm very hopeful that really within the next week, not 2 weeks, I can get to 90 and then start pushing it beyond there. So lots of ice. I still elevate it after this. It needs it. It needs to rest, and but we'll keep taking care of it. And I think that's it for week 6. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.